Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle, and we're having coffee. And you notice there's moons all over my mug because what we're talking about today is this new moon, every new moon. Why is new moon energy the time to manifest? So I've known this for a long time. The new moon is when we manifest, the full moon is when we release. But here is the science behind it. So, number one, remember the moon affects the tides. Uh, that's a lot of water the moon can move. And we are roughly 70% water. So it is going to affect us as well. During a new moon, the energy is so amplified. What happens are called spring tides, where the low tides are really, really low. The high tides are really, really high, and lots of waves and bigger waves. And it's because of the amplified energy. So the sun is masculine energy. The moon is feminine energy, and the sun is here, the moon is here, and Earth is here. So the moon is between the sun and Earth. So the sun's energy is coming through the moon's energy and amplifying it as it heads to us. And so what happens is everything is amplified, not just the tides. Your thoughts, your feelings, your words, your emotions are all amplified during this time. So the wise thing to do, particularly if there are things you want to create in the world, is to take advantage of this energy. Tomorrow is the new moon. We are currently in that new moon energy. And then for a day or two after, it is still amplified, even though it's waning a bit. So you want to take advantage of this energy to create more of what you do want in your life and less of what you don't. So you've got to be hyper vigilant, maybe, about what you're thinking, what you're saying, what you're believing, what you're feeling. So it is you taking charge of your energy, which is what I teach all the time. It is all about you, and you taking charge of your energy is powerful in your life because you can't do anyone else's work. You can only do your energy work. And then you share your vibration with others that you come in contact with. So, what you want to do around this new moon and as soon as possible is to raise your vibration. How do you do that? Easy peasy. uh, do a gratitude practice first and not just a run of the mill. Okay, I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for this. Get into the feeling of the gratitude because, as a nurse, I have a lot of opportunity to remember seeing what the state that people did not want to be in. So one of the things that I'm very grateful for is that I can get up out of my bed myself. I'm grateful that I have a bed. I'm grateful that I can walk across the room myself. I'm grateful I can see, that I can hear, that when I turn on the faucet, water comes out, that I have a roof over my head. This morning, it's a very snowy morning. And for me, I'm always excited about that. I love to have it snow. My husband said when he got up, "So are you happy?" I said, "Yeah, well, no, because it keeps happening at night when I don't get to watch it snow. And I love to watch it snow." So um, I am grateful for all these things. But the key is you want to get into the grateful feeling first. So think of something you can be really grateful for. And, if you have a hard time, think of some of the basics and what it would really be like to have someone get you up, walk you across the room, toilet you, clean you up after toileting you, all of these things that you wouldn't want to have. So then you think about how grateful you are. And then, of course, if you're blessed enough, like I am, um, to have my granddaughters in my life, my daughters, my husband, my dog, my home. I mean, I have a lot to be grateful for. So you get into the grateful energy and your vibration raises. So get into that. And then the next thing is you want to create this ritual, this routine. Write down, because the act of writing and that energy moving through you onto the paper is an amplification of the energy. And that is what is happening right now. The amplification of whatever energies we're living in. So mind your energy. You want to be aware. You know, I teach often this mantra: I am open, I'm willing, I'm ready, guide me. And that is me inviting in my intention, my angels, my guides, my companions, God, whatever you call that higher power, the creator of the universe, the central sun, the great I am, Buddha, Allah, Krishna, Gaia, the big bear, you know, whatever that is that you call that higher power. They do not care what you call them, because the act of calling them is not because this energy that created everything needs you to worship them. The calling gives them permission to come in and help you through this lifetime, to give you that tap on the shoulder. So when you are open, willing, and ready, guide me. Remind me when I am saying something that I don't want to create, when I'm thinking something I don't want to create, when I'm feeling a way I don't want to feel more of. And that's what they will do. And then you go, okay, cancel, cancel. If it's a feeling, the grateful tool is helpful. And if it's another tool, let me give you another tool, the pure love and joy tool. The pure love and joy tool is the act of you getting once again into that love filled place. So again, I go to my granddaughters. I got to spend yesterday with my 4-year-old, and she is probably the cuddliest of all granddaughters that I've had, all three. And she loves to cuddle. And I was not at my best yesterday. I have a flare up of diverticulitis that I'm working through, and my intention is absolutely moving in there. But we are body, mind, spirit. So I went to the doctor yesterday because I have the understanding that diverticulitis can lead to bowel rupture. And what I choose not to have is a bowel perforation. So I work, you know, integrative wellness is how I practice, is what I practice. I use herbs. So my doctor, who I adore because she's an MD, she's very practical. She's also a little radical, maybe tends towards a naturopath. But she recommended 3 herbs and she called in the antibiotics. My husband gets a little upset if I don't go traditional medicine with this specific thing. So I had him get the antibiotics, and I got the herbs from her, started the herbs. And even though I have another tool, I have an energy tool that I use. And yesterday morning, the whole situation had felt better than the day before, with the power of my intention. When I go into I am well, I am healthy, I'm free of infection, I am healthy bowel, I choose to feel good, I am well, I am healthy, I'm free of infection. I start that, and then I use that tool. So yesterday I felt better, but I made the appointment. I also, again, know how serious this can be. So I had got the antibiotics. I started the herbs yesterday, and by yesterday evening, I was even a little more better. So I did my energy tool yesterday, the terahertz tool, and took the herbs. And this morning, it's even better. So I will always go a more natural way if that is a choice I can make. This is very much that natural way. I do have the antibiotics. I've not yet taken them, and it looks as though I won't need to take them. Why don't I want to take antibiotics? You know, I'm a nurse, because I know what they do to our system. We are better off the fewer antibiotics we can take in our body. And it disimbalances our natural flora. So then we need to be mindful about, you know, taking care of those. So I will always go the most natural way I can. So back to the new moon, the intention. You always want how you make your intention to be in the present tense and the positive. You're welcome, Jewel. Thanks for joining me. Present tense and positive, because the universe and your subconscious do not hear the future tense or past. You, in everything you are in the present, except your mind. Your mind will go to the future or to the past. Both are illusions that do not exist, and we spend a lot of time in both of them. Get back to the present. I am well. I am healthy. I am powerful in what I do. I am successful in business. I have powerful, loving relationships that support me and I support them. Whatever you want to create, write it down. The act of writing is important in the present tense as if it is already true. And then spend time throughout the day. It's the same with that open, willing, ready mantra. That's a constant communication, a constant connection. You don't have to just sit in your chair for 5 minutes and visualize and try to daydream the truth of what life feels like when these are your intentions are present. You create that in the daydreaming and you walk through your day going, it is so wonderful to be successful in this business that I know I'm called to do. I love how it feels to always have plenty of resources available to me at all times. I love the prosperity that comes regularly to my life. Always positive present tense. And I love how my path is unfolding on a regular basis. And I constantly get the insights to do what I choose to do on a regular basis. That's the kind of intentions you want to write down. And then sometime tomorrow, get out, think about them, feel them, get into feeling how good it feels to be in that place where everything is always working for my highest and best good. And then burn that paper with the intention that goes and takes your intentions up into the heavens. It is that act of just putting more ritual and intention behind what it is you want to create. That is the power and how you can harness that power of the new moon in your own sea of water within your body. You're tapping into it. You're being intentional. You are choosing to walk forward in your divine personal power. And that is my path in this world, is to create a an understanding for people as to the power they have, like that mantra that I say when I start feeling like something may be going on physically. I am well, I am healthy, I am full of high vibration, I feel great, I have high energy, I am free of infection, I'm free of cold, I'm free of cancer. I choose to create a space in me that is cancer free and infection free, and whatever it is you may be dealing with. If you've got an autoimmune disease, I am free of autoimmune diseases or the specific autoimmune. And then look for the natural options to help the physical with that. I'm free of the addiction to sugar. I'm free of the addiction to alcohol or whatever that addiction is. Start with your intention and then things will come to you. Reach out to people for the herbal aspect. You know, I did an ayahuasca journey in June last year, and I've done a few psilocybin journeys since. The psychedelics are becoming known for their healing of addiction. Ron White, one of the I can't think of the name of the blue I can't think of the name of their comedy tour, the three comedians, but Ron White is one of those. And he talked about he went to and had one ayahuasca journey and his addiction to alcohol was done. And it is different for each of us what it brings up in us. But that is, again, a tool to help in the process. I would never tell you to do any of this as a high to, that as a journey, yes, and to have guidance with that. And there are people now getting certified in psychedelic therapy. This isn't the trips of the 60s where you're whatever. This is an intention, a way to move forward to physically help your body. So you are body, mind, spirit, mental, all of it. Address all of it. Use the tools, create the ritual, write your intentions in the positive present tense, and tap into the power that you have for creating more of what you want in your life and less of what you don't. I think we're complete for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage, on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Until we meet again.